There's a moment that happens in almost every negotiation, every business deal, every quiet rivalry between two people chasing the same goal. One person says too much. They explain their plan, their timeline, their next 3 moves. And the moment those words leave their mouth, something shifts. The advantage is gone. The other person says nothing. They listen, they nod, and they walk away with all the information they need, while giving away none of their own. This isn't about being secretive for the sake of it. It's not paranoia, and it's not about trust issues. It's a pattern that shows up again and again among people who consistently win. In business, in relationships, in careers, in life. And once you start looking for it, you can't stop seeing it. So the question worth asking is simple. Why do genuinely intelligent people so rarely tell you what they're about to do? Let's start with something most people get wrong. They assume silence means arrogance or coldness or a lack of confidence in the plan itself. If someone was truly capable, wouldn't they want to announce it? Wouldn't they want the credit, the recognition, the moment of being right in front of everyone? That assumption feels natural, but it's backwards. Think about the difference between someone who tells the entire office they're about to ask for a promotion and someone who quietly builds the case for months without saying a word. New skills, extra projects, relationships with the right people, before ever bringing it up. The first person has handed the room a preview. Co-workers adjust. Managers form opinions before the moment even arrives. The second person walks into that conversation holding every card because nobody saw it coming. That's the first piece of this. Revealing intentions early invites resistance before you're ready to handle it. But there's something deeper going on, and it has to do with how information actually behaves once it leaves your mouth. The moment you tell someone your plan, it stops being only yours. It becomes something they can react to, prepare for, undermine, or quietly claim for themselves. Most people don't do this maliciously. It's not usually sabotage. It's simply human nature. Once we know what's coming, we adjust our behavior around it, often without even realizing we're doing it. This is why so many people who move carefully through the world share a habit that looks, on the surface, almost unremarkable. They let their results speak before their intentions ever do. There's a name often used for this kind of restraint: strategic ambiguity. It isn't about lying. It isn't about deception in the harmful sense. It's about understanding that certainty is a resource, and handing it out for free rarely benefits the person giving it away. But here's where it gets interesting, because this isn't just a tactic. It's connected to something much more fundamental about how intelligent people think about time. Less capable planning tends to be reactive. A goal appears, and the instinct is to talk about it immediately. Partly for validation, partly because sharing feels like progress. Announcing a plan creates a small rush of satisfaction, almost identical to the feeling of having already achieved something. Psychologists have long noted this pattern. Talking about a goal can trigger a sense of accomplishment that quietly reduces the drive to actually pursue it. In other words, the applause you get for announcing a plan can, paradoxically, replace some of the motivation needed to complete it. People who move differently seem to sense this instinctively. They treat a goal as something fragile in its early stages, something that needs protection, not applause. So they protect it, quietly, sometimes for months, sometimes for years. But that's only part of the story, because withholding your next move isn't only about protecting motivation, it's also about protecting position. Consider two competitors chasing the same opportunity: a business deal, a job, a piece of territory in any competitive space. The one who reveals their strategy first gives the other side time to adapt. Every plan announced early becomes a plan the opposition can study, counter, or copy. This is as true in a boardroom as it is in a courtroom, a chess match, or a job interview. Yet few people realize that this same principle extends into ordinary daily life, into how a person handles conflict, how they respond to criticism, how they carry themselves in uncertain moments. The instinct to explain yourself, to justify your next step, to reassure everyone around you of what's coming. It feels helpful. It feels honest. But it often does the opposite of what people intend. It invites doubt. It invites unsolicited opinions. It invites interference from people who were never going to help in the first place. The real turning point comes when a person learns the difference between transparency and exposure. Transparency is being honest about who you are and what you value. Exposure is handing over the blueprint before the building exists. Intelligent people tend to protect the blueprint. This doesn't mean living in secrecy or refusing to communicate. It means understanding timing, recognizing that some information is only valuable once a plan is already in motion, once it's too late for interference to matter. There's a difference between explaining a decision after it's been made and asking for permission before you've even decided. And this connects to something almost counterintuitive. The people who say the least about what they're planning are often the ones who end up trusted the most. Not because they hide things out of fear, but because their word, when they do speak, carries weight. If someone talks about every idea, every plan, every ambition long before anything happens, their words start to blur together. Announcements lose meaning through repetition. But when someone rarely reveals their intentions and then follows through, their credibility compounds. Silence, in this sense, becomes a kind of currency. There's also a quieter, more personal reason behind this behavior. One that has less to do with strategy and more to do with self-respect. When plans are shared too early, they become vulnerable, not just to sabotage, but to judgment. Other people's doubts, however well-intentioned, can plant seeds of hesitation. A goal that hasn't fully taken root yet can be surprisingly easy to talk yourself out of, especially after hearing enough skepticism from people who were never going to walk the path themselves. By protecting a plan in its early stages, a person protects their own belief in it. So what does this all point to? It suggests that discretion isn't a personality trait reserved for the naturally guarded. It's a skill, one that can be practiced, refined, and understood. It comes from recognizing that words carry consequences, that timing shapes outcomes, and that the loudest announcement is rarely the most powerful move. The people who seem to move through life several steps ahead aren't smarter because they know more. They're often just more careful about who gets to know what and when. And maybe that's the real lesson hiding inside all of this. Not that silence is superior to honesty, but that intention deserves protection before it deserves an audience. Because in the end, the people who reveal the least tend to lose the least. And the ones who understand that distinction rarely need to explain themselves at all.